What is up, everybody? How are you guys all doing? Another week of Warships Weekly coming at you live with me, Josh, here.
And the Canadian 81.
New week. Hope you guys all had some good games. I know we did. A lot of grinding currently right now. Well, now we're both done with that, actually. And how have your games been this last week?
Good. 80+% win rate in the Błyskawica over
Let's
a
say,
4-day stretch. It's
just
pretty.
grinding on the Błyskawica. I think a lot of people have been. I finished mine up now. I now have a 15-point captain, which is kind of what we're all going for, and getting ready for those ranked battles. So you're finally done, man.
Yeah, finished up late last night. Got the 15-pointer. Gonna run CE and hopefully get into some ranked starting probably Sunday this week.
Yeah. See, I never dive in, and the rank season's going on. We're now basically what 4 or 5 days into rank season.
Yeah, it started last Friday or Thursday, one of the two.
Yeah, so we're almost a week into rank season. I know people are starting to get into the 10 to 5 range right now. Those queues are starting to get relatively healthy. I always wait a week because people they rush through it as fast as they can and they throw themselves at it, and it just because you get to 15 or what? It's 15 to 10, 10 to 5, 10 to 6, 5 to 1, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So you get to all these hurdles where it's a new matchmaking basically, and then everyone gets to 10, and then the first people to 10 can't get queues because there's just nobody there, and then people like that queue starts to get healthy enough people in tens to fives, and then they get to that 5, and then there's nobody lower than that. I just don't get what the whole interest or the whole appeal to just rushing it as fast as possible. We have a month and a half to get rank 1. If you guys didn't know, so plenty of time to do it. Easier way in. I always tell people to try to get maybe one rank a day. Don't get too salty about it if you're not playing very good. Play a couple games. My rule is if I lose 2 games, I'm done. So I haven't even played a single ranked game. I'm 0 for 0 in games, and I'm kind of just holding off. I'll probably start playing a little bit later this week, and then we'll kind of jump in and play a little bit each night while I'm editing some stuff or after the stream or something like that. I do not rush the rank season, but I am ready. My Bwiss is ready. And the Bwiss is doing very good. I've watched some people stream it. I know some people streamed some of the rank season. It looks like the Bwiss is doing pretty good in rank, so I'm excited to kind of jump in. I don't rush it though. There's no reason to. There's no reason to sit in queues for 15, 20 minutes when you don't have to, and that's what a lot of people are doing. It's just I don't get it. I don't get that whole appeal. I mean, being rank 1 first is cool and all, but who cares?
Right. It's almost like a hurry up and wait sort of scenario. It's like, oh, I want to get down to those low ranks, and then you get down there and there's nobody else down there. So
So it's like
you're sitting around
you
waiting
get
for
somebody
long
like me who's
queues.
played so many games, right? And then everyone's like, "Oh, what line are you grinding?" I'm not grinding shit, man. My next tier 10 I'm gonna get is the Moskva. I'm at the tier 8 Chappie right now. I'm not grinding that line because if I grind anything in this game, I run out of shit to do. I need to
Yeah.
make this game last as long as possible. These people grind to rank 1, and of course, there's like the tier 10 rank 1 thing, blah, 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 that has its own little thing. Maybe they're trying to race to that. But if they race to rank 1, there's not going to be enough to field each team anyway. So what's the appeal to that? It's going to take long enough to get people from rank 5 and under for a solid, healthy queue. Why get to rank 1 and then not even be able to fill, for a long while, 14 plus people, and then they all need to be online at the same time? I don't get that appeal. Exactly. Hurry up and wait.
Yeah, it's the thrill of the chase for some people, I think. Um, they want to plant the flag in the ground and say I was here first, maybe. Everybody has different motivations. For me, I like the flags, I like the credits, I like the doubloons, I like the chance that I'm gonna have it getting a flint, though there's some confusion on that,
Yeah.
which we can maybe get into too here as part of this discussion. But yeah, as far as ranked goes, I'm kind of like you. I slow burn it a little bit. There's plenty of time. I'm not in any rush. I just spent 4 days playing destroyers, basically nonstop. I want to take a break and grind some of the ships that I'm grinding in random for a few days, and then hop into ranked once it's kind of more clear. And the queues are a little bit healthier, like you said, all the way down the line. So for us, I think it also helps that we've both hit rank 1 in previous seasons, so we have some stars to start with. So, we get a head start in that regard too. So there's not as much pressure to really get out there and start playing.
Yep. I mean, probably later this week I'll make my relatively strong push for rank 10. I always like trying to do that. You get kind of away you kind of get into the more serious queues kind of as soon as you can, but I just don't push it. I mean, there's no reason to. This year, it's a little different. I think we touched on it a little bit last season, but the rank has changed a little bit this season. Now there are more stars per rank. I think at tier 10 it starts getting 5 or 6 stars, and then at 5 it's 6. I think something like that. 5 stars at 10 to 6. I think 6 to 5 to 1. I think something like that. And now there's no bonus. That was a lot of numbers right there. There's like no bonus star from 10 and under. So I think that's going to take a while for people to get there. But if you get top of your team, on the losing team, you no longer lose a star, so I guess that will kind of help, especially playing a destroyer, something that does a lot of damage, either a good cruiser or battleship will most likely be at the top of the team. But I mean, I'm playing DDs, so that'll help capping bases, killing DDs. It's going to be, it'll be interesting. Last season we kind of knew like what was going on. This season, it's going to be kind of, oh, okay, this is how people are doing this. Oh, it's different ships, really.
Mm-hmm. And to clarify too, those that don't know, the bonus star was if you finished out a rank and moved on to the next rank because you did well in battle and
Yes.
won, you got an additional star for doing that. It didn't seem like it, but you did. You actually got a 2-for-1 there when you were turning over the ranks and getting a new rank that was lower than your previous one. So
And that went all
that's
the
what
way
we're
to
referring
rank 2.
Correct. Yep. So that was actually a lot of extra wins, if you will, for doing nothing really. I mean, it was just literally like you said, a bonus star. So for those that weren't aware that that's kind of how that mechanic worked, it's very similar to Hearthstone in its ranking system, where you get the bonus star for the wins and stuff. So
Yeah, and now,
yeah,
and I mean, last season we had some people with like a 45% win rate, 46, 47, these sub 50% win rates, which seems kind of weird. I don't think we're going to see that this year because, I mean, although we could see maybe like some 48s, maybe really lucky 48s with a lot of games played, um, I don't think we're going to see too many people. I mean, there weren't a lot anyway from these past seasons, but there was people with 45% win rates. I think 45.7 or something like that. That got rank 1 last season, and that just showed that bonus star and how much of an effect that, because it basically gave you a free win. With that no longer being the effect, rank 10 and under, I don't think we'll see too many people under 50% getting rank 1 this season, and I think we're going to be seeing. I mean, I think that's going to kind of keep a lot of people from getting rank 1. Who knows, maybe later in the season when maybe some of the talent is out of ranked and it's maybe a little easier and they're playing maybe some against people with a bit lower skill base, potentially that. But I don't see the 45% win rate in ranked getting to rank 1 anymore, just because of the changing of how the bonus stars work. You know, you still get them up to tier 10, or up to rank 10, but you're not getting them all the way to. You're not getting that free gift all the way to rank 2.
yeah, no, and I would agree. It definitely feels like the way they've set it up now, it's encouraging a flight to quality play, right? Where you're not going to get carried along by the system itself and be able to get rank 1 on a sub 50% win rate. So yeah, I think that's a good thing. Realistically, I don't think the game should be set up in such a manner that you're encouraging bad play, right? And playing ranked in a large part is a way that you actually kind of cut your teeth, or at least I feel like I did. I learned a ton about destroyer play and the destroyer meta through the course of the last season.
It makes you play different.
Mm-hmm. It really does. It's a totally different gameplay. So.
Well, yeah. Well, with rank going on, I mean, that for the more competitive person, that's going on too. They did just release, Wargaming just released the new set on North American server, at least, the Arpeggio missions. There's 2 new Congos out. One's yellow and one's green. They have different voices. There you go, Biddy. I hope you're happy. And they've made it a lot easier to unlock. I remember the last ones you had to shoot down so many planes and set so many fires, and that was kind of a bitch. And now I feel like they've made these ones much easier. I mean, it's two Congos. I think you get a level 6 captain or something like that with them, and they are all damage based. There's one, I think the yellow one is tier 4 and 5. I think it's 100, 200, 300,000 in order, and then the fourth step is you need to, I think, rank like be top 5 on your team once in a game for experience, so not too hard. And then
Yeah.
the second one I think is 200, 400, 600,000, tier 6 and up, something like that. It's all damage, and then the same thing I think get fifth or higher on the experience when your team wants to unlock it. That's a lot easier than setting like 200 fires or shooting down 200 planes or whatever the hell it was last time. Uh, Much easier to get. You can literally just get them by playing the game. You could the last
Yep.
ones, but you kind of had to try a little bit. You couldn't just play like destroyers all the time and unlock it. Now you kind of can. It's not. I don't need. Oh man, I'm gonna be grinding the Miyoko for a week, or the Zao, or the Atlanta for planes. I can just play whatever. Lackadaisically, I can play a shitty battleship with no AA. I can play the Arkansas Beta with no AA and achieve that whole one by itself. That's kind of cool. I feel like it's just hey, it's free ships. Like I said, it's the exact same thing as the Congo. It's just cosmetically different, and the audio is going to be different. So there we go. 2 new Arpeggio ships. That's pretty neat.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and I like you. I'm just kind of like, whatever, because I don't want to grind another captain up for those ships. So
Yeah.
for me, they're just kind of like, well, I'll take them for the credits and everything else that they give away, consumables and whatnot. I don't think the bonuses at each of the stages is nearly as great as it was. I think
It's
you
just
got
some
quite a
credits
few
and stuff,
credits
isn't
and
it?
stuff
Yeah.
from last time. Yeah, this time it's just consumables and repair kits and things of that nature. So not nearly the mid tier bonuses that you got last time around, but they're like you said, yeah, they're just set up to basically just play the game. You're going to get them.
Yeah.
If you play every day, you're going to get these in a matter of a week or less. So no big
Absolutely.
deal there.
Absolutely. Well, also, we got a test server coming up. This week is kind of we hit on a lot of stuff last week. We played some catch up, and this week is kind of just there's a little bit of a lull, and there's not only so much kind of to talk about really, but we got a test server coming up. It looks like a kind of a smaller patch, but we get to apparently test some stuff. Apparently, adding some more weather into the game, so that might be kind of cool. We'll probably hang out on that for at least one day on the server. Yeah, I know you know more about the patch than I do. I don't know too much, honestly.
Yeah, so from what I read, and there's one example of this out there so far, and I haven't had a chance to dig through Reddit and really dig into a lot of the changes, but they're looking at changing the modules around, making them more bleh, compelling,
Whatever
and
word you want to say.
yeah, right, exactly. English, it's a thing. So yeah, basically what they're doing is combining a lot of them, making it more interesting, making it more of a choice. Very similar to what they did with the captain skills a few patches ago, where they adjusted them, changed them, made them so they were more dynamic, where there was more choice, where you could kind of choose your play style. They're taking that same approach here because the information that Wargaming says they have on what modules people run on their ships, such as your main Bat 1, your main Bat 2, and stuff. It's like everybody just does the same thing. Everybody picks the same thing for every ship type, and that's that. It's like a no-brainer, no decisions to be made here, and they don't want it to be that black and white. They want it to be more dynamic. So that's a huge change. That's fun. I just spent some time earlier this evening updating the Test Realm server client, so I can go in and take a look at those because I'm just curious to see what's coming. I don't know how many games I'll actually play. The bonuses and stuff for that are not really grand enough for me to want to spend the time.
Yeah, right.
The thing that I don't know is if there's any kind of, because it seems like with every patch there's some stealth changes. I know yourself and others that own the Turbits and have played it after 5.6 have kind of been lamenting or commenting that, hey, it feels like the dispersion on this has changed, and it doesn't feel like it's quite the same boat that it was prior to 5.6. So that kind of thing, where it's not something that shows up in the patch notes, but there's a change there. You can just feel it. You play a ship enough, you jump into it after a patch, and there's subtle changes, and you can tell. So yeah, so we'll be curious to see if there's any of that goes on. And like you said, Cyclones. World of Warships, now featuring more Cyclones on more maps. So for those that hate that, well, I got bad news for you. It's going to be more widespread and more frequent. For those that like it, thumbs up. So
There you go. Yeah, I'll probably play at least one day on it and see if anything. Check out the weather. I mean, the weather's cool. It adds a new aspect of the game that's complicated. I mean, I assume they'll kind of do the same thing where they have a normal style of the map, and then they add in the weather style of the map. it's cool because it doesn't happen that much. You don't get that. You don't get. I believe it's north that much. I think that's why it's cool. If I start getting cyclones a lot, that's going to be kind of annoying.
Yeah,
Honestly, it's cool because you don't get it that often.
the list of maps is like 8 or 10 deep. I think that they're
Yeah.
adding it to. So
So
it's spreading like a cancer, so to speak, quote unquote.
we'll
So
we'll
yeah,
we'll
it's
see if it's going to be all over the place. I hope it's not really. I kind of liked it because it was kind of a niche thing. Oh, cool, we get to play a cyclone this map. All right. If it's like, oh, we're playing the cyclone again. Oh, okay, we have to deal with the cyclone again. Okay, that might be a little too much. Well, I guess we'll see. We'll see if it's different. Maybe it plays different on each map. Maybe you can see farther in different maps, or it's not affected, or maybe some are just cosmetic. I guess we'll have to
or just
see.
reduce the chance of it too. You know, put it on more maps, but make the chance only like 5-10% or something. So you're
Yeah,
not running
exactly.
across it all the time, but it's something that could occur on more maps. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But like you, I don't want to see a cyclone in 30% or more of my games. I mean, it's not that compelling a mechanic, and in a lot of ways, it's really frustrating depending on what ship class you're playing. It definitely doesn't favor destroyers. Um,
It kind of favors battleships.
it does, yeah, exactly, because they can get in close. Their secondaries will open up before they can even see the ship, depending on what their secondary range is. And yeah, it basically evens the playing field. You know, because destroyers normally use their low detectability but long visibility to gain an advantage in the game, and that's gone when the cyclone comes around. So
Yeah.
certain ship classes definitely suffer as a result of that mechanic. So for it to come up frequently, I think you're going to get a lot of people upset.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, like I said, we'll see. Speculation, if anything, right now, and this coming week, or yeah, this coming week, we'll check it out, and hopefully 2 thumbs up instead of 2 thumbs down. We don't want that because last public test was so good. I loved all the changes made with the mountains and stuff like that. So hope
Yeah.
more good than bad. Um, Starting, also going to pimp myself out a little bit. We are starting a new Kraken of the Week series, and going to be part of my YouTube channel. So, guys, if anybody here listening has a really good game, I will give a link to my video, which gives the links to how to send them in and send your replays in. I'm going to be doing a new series every week called Kraken of the Week. If you yourself, even Nika, I know Biddy and Dina have already sent them in. If you yourself has a really good game, 5+ kills, and you want to kind of brag to everybody saying, look how good my games are, send them to me. All you have to do is enable your replays. Send them to wowreplays.com. Like I said, I'll put that info to the video describing how to do that in the description below. You can send them in, and then I will do kind of like a commentary throughout the game and make a video of it each week. So if any of you guys listening have a game that's insanely good, you want to show it to us, and I will kind of do like a whole walkthrough of what you did, if I would have done something different, what you did that I wouldn't have done, kind of through my eyes, and just, give credit where credit's due if it's an insane game. So kind of excited, new series. So if any of you guys, I need replays. So if any of you guys wanna brag, there you go. Here's your perfect chance. Nika, you need to get some more Kraken so you can be on there every week. So you just have the best games.
Man, I know we were talking about it earlier tonight. I've gotten 4 kills in a metric ton of matches, but that fifth kill seems
Yeah,
to
right.
always elude me. So it's just
Hey man, I got one in
motivation
co-op
for me to
today.
make it happen. Yeah, that's right.
There you
So
go. You don't get Kraken though. I was bummed,
the
man.
medal doesn't show up. In
It doesn't
co-op,
even
though,
tell
guys.
you, man. It's just like
FYI.
it doesn't even say Kraken. It like blah 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 has received Kraken. It doesn't give you shit. It's whatever.
It's just like, yeah, your fifth kill on a computer bot. Enjoy.
Your fifth kill on a ship that sailed straight again. Duh, GG, bro. But yeah, all is good in the week. I've been having good games, been playing really good. I've been playing a lot of DDs, so I think my damage is down, but win rate's been high. Haven't population in North America I think's been up. We're seeing that 12.5, pretty close to 13 some nights, so I think that's really good. Maybe that's rank starting again. Queues have been healthy. ARP missions are back, so that's healthy. I think this is. We were getting down to about 10K, 9K on some nights, and now we're back up to about 12, 13. So for a North American server, that's pretty good. I made it through my 24-hour stream. That was a lot of fun. Played a lot of Warships on that. Actually wasn't that bad, honestly. I think the worst part was like hour 20 to 22, because I just kept looking at the clock. Just don't do that. I think I'll definitely do another one. But 24-hour stream actually wasn't that bad. You were there for part of it.
Mhm.
But I mean, it's hard to do. And you were gone because, yeah, you were gone kind of most of it. But I mean, I think I need to prepare better game wise if I do my next one.
Sure, yeah. Solid plan for that. Definitely feels like it would probably make the time go by pretty quick. Yeah, for me, I was at work when you started, got home from work, went to dinner, got home, went to sleep, woke up.
Yeah, I
and
know, right?
each time I was coming back onto my PC here at home, and you're still streaming, and I'm just like, this is so weird because it's
It's
like
yeah, all the time.
my day is changing throughout the day, and Jash is just still doing his Jash thing. So
Yeah.
it was fun to watch. It seemed like you're having fun with it. I know you were playing some games other than Warships, like YouTuber's Life, which I guess you gave pretty high praise from what I understand. And
Dude, I
great.
like that game, man. It's just so chill, you know? Like I have a huge series going on right now, like kind of like my first kind of pseudo playthrough. That game is like, dude, that's like Stardew for me, man. Because you play Warships, and we all play Warships, especially because rank's going on. And this is kind of another cool thing to talk about too. Is this is kind of like, hey, we're all human. Right now, everyone's like, oh my god, ranked is hell. Ranked is full of salt. People are assholes in ranked. The thing about ranked is people don't like playing ranked. They want people aren't playing ranked to play ranked. They're playing ranked to get ranked over with. You know, people aren't playing ranked because they love that part. People are playing ranked to get free shit. And people want the Jolly Rancher flag, aka the Jolly Roger flag. They want the chance at a free ship. They want flags. They want credits. People aren't playing that because they love that type of competition. There's other ways to play competitive. There's team battles. There's Supremacy League. There's all that kind of stuff. Ranked is just these are the things I need to do to get rank 1, and if somebody fucks up my chance of doing that, then I hate you and you're the devil. I mean, people are saying like, "Oh man, I'm losing so much karma from this. All the karma doesn't really mean anything." But this is the time that, like I said, my goal when I start playing ranked is to get 1 rank a day. I don't try to push it, and if I lose 2 games, I'm done with rank. Not our random battles are salty enough, they can get you enough, but ranked is even worse because you actually see your progression go down. You know, you see your loss of a star, you see that loss of a rank, you know, you see that like 1 step forward, 2 steps back kind of thing. And this is the perfect time to play some games. If they're bad, find another game. Go
Yeah.
relax, don't push it because you'll just start tilting and then you'll end up hating the game and not want to play it. This is the perfect time to not push yourself and just hang out with another game. Play Total War. Use my code. You know, Green Man Gaming, save 20%. Link down below. You know, you know, and that's why I like YouTuber's Life, man. It's just so simple. You know, you don't have to worry about anything. You know, blah blah blah. That's just kind of a. You see these people just slamming their heads against their keyboards trying to get rank 1, and there's honestly no real reason to push it. You have a month and a half to do it.
Exactly.
It's not that bad.
Yeah,
You know?
find your gaming safe space, and
Yeah,
go to your
right.
gaming safe space when the salt levels start to get a little too high. You know,
I mean,
when you can literally float like a toy boat in your attitude because it's so full of salt.
not only is it World of Warships with the RNG and the bad teammates and blah blah. There's this part where now it's in your face that you did bad. You know, you get the defeat screen, you go, oh, that sucks, blah, 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 you know, whatever. On the next one. And then, but not only do you get a defeat screen, you see a star go away, you see a rank, you derank, you get all this, and you're like, man, that's going to take 2 games to get back to where I could have been, you know. It's really like a 1 step forward, 2 steps back kind of thing. And really, you know, if you have 1 bad player on your team and you know, 1 or 2 bad players in normal and in random, it's not that bad. It's like, you know, a 12th of your team. It's like 7% or something like that. No math, is that right? Whatever. 9, close enough.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever. And you know, you have 1 out of 12 is bad. That's not that bad. 1 out of 7, that's like 15% of your team. That's the impact of 1 shit player or 1 DC or 1 AFK or 1, you know, accidental torp or, you know, this 1 unlucky shot, it's just multiplied unranked. And
Yeah.
it gets to a lot of people. So there's my two tips. I've gotten rank 1 twice now in season 2 and 3. I don't really count season 1 because it wasn't really popular and no one really played it. We got rank 1, of course. But don't push yourself. enjoy the game, enjoy the process of getting rank 1, and everyone go out and get rank 1 and get your Jolly Roger flag. I'm excited for everybody.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think one of the biggest frustrations too is you're queuing into a system with a bunch of people that you don't know, which presents its own issues, right? Because the anonymity of the internet instantly turns everybody into a salty jerk, right? And turns everybody into an a-hole, basically.
Yep.
Your teammates mess up, you're going to be more prone to yell at them or call them names, and so there's that. And then, like you said, you get that losing screen, and you feel bad, and it tells you got unsuccessful battle, and there's all the psychology that goes into the part of ranked when you're kind of hitting a bad streak, because you'll get good streaks too where you'll win 4 or 5 in a row, and maybe you'll have a few games where you maybe didn't play the best but your team carried you to a win and you're feeling good, and then sometimes at some point that's going to end, right? And you're going to kind of creep closer back to that 50-ish% win rate that most people tend to cluster around. So keep that in mind when you're good. When don't press your luck, like you said, you start to lose a game or two, take a break. There's nothing wrong with that. You got weeks. You got weeks to do this. There's no reason to rush it. I agree wholeheartedly. And you really offered up that advice in season 2, which was my first exposure to the ranked world, and it helped a ton because I was just forcing it and playing way too late at night and getting way upset and pounding my fists and throwing stuff around and having my little tantrums, and you're just like, dude, you need to just chill out about it. It'll be much better. And it was very true. So.
There we go. But I think that's kind of it this week. A nice little short podcast, kind of just keeping up. I think games are going well. Population's up, so that's more fun. And I've been having fun this week, and I have a lot of games played, and the game's keeping me interested. I'm excited that the countdown to potential new lines are out, new premiums potentially. Finally got the Indianapolis. Going to be putting out a video soon on that. So a lot going on.
Can I mention one last thing? I'm super thrilled, by the way, with Wargaming's more frequent patching iteration. The fact that they're taking the time to do more minor updates but good quality of life stuff at a more frequent basis really, I think, makes the game feel more fresh more frequently, which is awesome. So I really like that. I hope they continue that trend. I just wanted to throw that out there before we wrap it up here.
I wish the one request I have to Wargaming, if they do watch this or listen to this, is please add a training room into the normal game. I would love that. Please. That's all I'm asking for. And a damage counter in game. That's all I want.
Yes, in-game damage counter for the win. I agree.
There you go. Well, that is it for us this week, guys. Warships Weekly. Done for the week. Hope you guys have good games. Hope you guys had good games. Hope you guys are having good games in Ranked. On your way to rank 1, like I said, don't push it. Find your fun game to play. Well, that is it for us, guys. Enjoy the rest of your week. I have been me, Josh.
I've been Nicodemus81.
There we go, guys. Best of luck. Check you guys out on the next stream, on the next podcast, and we'll see you guys next week. Adios, bros.